from one of the world's biggest film festivals. And guess who just blasted Iron Man, Top Taylor, and KO'd Katie to become the king of social media on Twitter? Then he worked overtime for laughs at The Office, killed in This Is the End. And now Craig Robinson tells you how he's getting real on his brand new sitcom.
Excuse me, B.
What up, C?
Can I get a slide?
Most definitely. Slide.
And Archie Panjabi talks about shooting her last episode of The Good Wife and shaking up the big screen in the summer blockbuster San Andreas.
They knew LA was going to get hit, but nobody listened to them.
This is The View with Whoopi, Nicole Wallace, Rosie Perez, and today Raven-Symoné and Michelle Collins hit the co-host chairs. It all starts now.
To The View, y'all. Welcome to The View. Yeah. We just walked out to the classic hit Stray Cat Strut because somebody is welcoming a new little puss to their house. Tell everybody about it, bro.
Yes, a pussy cat. Yes, I have a stray in my neighborhood, too. Yes, his name is One-Eyed Jack.
I love it.
Because he was a stray found in Brooklyn, and
he only has one eye.
He only has one eye.
Right.
He went blind in one eye. He was found by Catherine Walton at the American Street Cat. You can look them up, AmericanStreetCat.org, and they are a non-for-profit foundation in Brooklyn that finds homeless strays and finds them homes, and they also take them to emergency rooms and pay for their surgeries.
Right.
They paid for his eye, and they paid for his polyp. And the best thing about One-Eyed Jack, we're going to keep his name. We're going to also nickname him Jackie, and we're just very, very excited. And thank you, Catherine, and thank you to the Foster family. Thank you.
Really cute. You know, I'm a cat person, so.
Really?
Yeah. I don't have cats, but I like seeing that, like, I feel the void.
Let's get you a cat.
I'm single, and I just don't want to go there yet. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like waiting.
Too soon.
I'm sorry, what does that mean?
It just means I know that if I get a cat, I will never leave my house again. It'll be like dominoes.
Oh, no, you'll leave your house, believe me.
This was my husband's idea. My husband wanted a cat. He actually wanted, I told you, a one-eyed cat. So, yes, he was looking for a one-eyed cat. So,
well, you know, it's kind of funny we're talking about strays because I have a stray in my neighborhood, too. And I went walking outside my house and happened to look across the street, and you know what was staring back at me? A freaking coyote.
Yeah.
A coyote.
Do you know
now, look.
They are, yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
coyotes are for, like, out west. You know, when you hear, or, you know, I'll take a coyote, like, somewhere where it should be. It should not be across the street from me.
But they
want to move in.
Catskills or the Adirondacks.
Sure, put them up there. Sure, I don't mind. L.A., obviously, they used to go walking by my house every day because I lived in the mountains. Hello, fellas. Welcome, and ladies, welcome. We have folks. Oh, my God. Let me finish this crazy story, and then I'll say what we say.
Is he eating things yet?
I don't know what he was, because I was walking, you know, I was like, oh, I have to think, my head is so full, and I'm walking, and I look over, and I think, what is that? And I get a little closer, I got the coyote. I ran back to my house. I called the animal people.
No.
They were like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't understand. There's a coyote across the street from my house. He's got a gun. You need to come over here.
He's got a gun.
You got to come over and get the freaking coyote.
They don't do anything.
thing, because they think it's part of their natural habitat, they blame us. But my husband found one in Central Park, and he thought it was a stray dog that had lost its collar. And my real dog, Lily, who's brilliant, more brilliant than my husband in this instance, was like, "Brrr." And my husband's like, "Lily, be nice to the stray." He put Lily's leash, and he was going to take the coyote to the animal shelter. And he comes home, he goes, "Check Google Images for coyotes." I said, "What did you do to the coyote?" He said, "Well, I think I tried to rescue it," and Lily was... So, you know, there are coyotes in Central Park, but you know what they do with the coyotes in Central Park? They take them to your neighborhood. They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
I get it. I totally get it. But, you know, this is a holiday weekend coming up. People are walking these itty-bitty tiny dogs that you don't know what they are, that somebody put together. And, well, for them, and little children. And that's my worry. And when people say, you know, when you call the people you're supposed to call, when you don't take it into your own hands to do something, and they blow you, it pissed me off. Because I just thought, listen, are you waiting for something to happen before you come and see that this... Why would I lie to you about a coyote? I don't need the attention. I'm on TV! Yesterday we mentioned that it's Fleet Week. Can we slide around? Because we are chock full of folks from the armed services. Hello, y'all, and welcome.
Where I used to live over where the Fleet Week comes and everybody's walking around and to look outside of my window and all of these fabulous, fabulous suits. And I'm like, I feel amazing right now. Thank you so much for all the work that you guys do.
Yeah. I know. You weren't expecting that, and that's okay, because we're thrilled that you came. We're just thrilled that you're here. We're always happy to see audience because we're appreciative that people actually are watching us. But we're always appreciative during Fleet Week because it's the one time we sort of get to say from here, thanks. And, you know, thanks for everything. That's all we'll say. Now, you know, don't even do it. So President Obama just joined Twitter. Why? I don't know. But apparently he's already shattered the world record, getting 1 million followers in 5 hours. It also didn't take him long to find the downside of social media.
Yeah, he's getting a barrage of racist tweets. Yeah, and it's really, really embarrassing for this nation because they say that we are past racial issues, and clearly we are not. And the thing that I was asking you is, how are these people going to feel in 20 years when they pull these tweets from the archives? Because they're not deleting them.
No.
They're not getting rid of them.
People are anonymous on Twitter, which is why they're being so racist.
They're not going to be anonymous in the archives.
That's true, but the point is that why people love to be nasty on Twitter and mean and whatever is because it's anonymous. Like, they don't have to, even though it ends up in the Library of Congress, there are going to be millions of awful things said about the president on Twitter. And I just feel like he has senioritis right now, where it's like the last year and a half, he's just joined Twitter. He doesn't care anymore. He's going to be like on, I don't even know what other websites he could join, just like have his own, you know, I'm not going to say Tinder, but you know what I'm saying. Just like,
do you remember on the Oprah show where she invited the people who were screaming at the people, right, in Little Rock, who were screaming racial slurs, epithets to these kids who just wanted to go to school, these young black Americans, and she brought them on the show, and they were adults now, and they were totally embarrassed by their behavior.
Well, then that changed something in society then. I mean, if you're seeing these tweets on social media and everybody's saying, how dare you act this way in a public forum, maybe it will help further, you know, non-race problems in this country.
Well, I don't know who thought we were past race. I think what... I mean, nobody asked me. I could have told everybody. Because we are, as human beings, we are like this. This is part of who we are. We notice things, and then we decide, oh, we're going to put those people in that box and these people in this box. So, but the president is like, dude, you not say anything I've never heard before. And you have no balls. Sorry. You're anonymous. You have no balls.
But I think that any president of both parties is used to the criticism. I mean, no one wins presidential elections in America by more than half and a teeny bit. I mean, we haven't had elections. So the president, you know, I think has a majority support. That's how he won twice. And I'm sure, like any human being on Twitter, you're focused on the negative. I'm sure there are countless people praying for him. I'm sure there are countless people. But this is the nature of Twitter. This is why I think it's one of the evils of society. We are focused on the negative. I'm sure there are thousands, millions of positive, supportive.
I have a better one for you. There are so many sexual tweets being directed at him. It's like the racist ones, and then people straight up.
Has no one seen Michelle?
Michelle
will come find you about it. She'll come and get you.
He's getting lots of love and support too. All presidents hear both.
I'm not focusing on the negative. I'm just pointing the negative
that's what
out.
Twitter does, and I'm sure there are lots of people expressing their love, and that'll all be.
Well, what'll be interesting is because we've not had Twitter for that long.
Right.
So he's the first Twitter president. Yeah. So he's going to get all the heat. Yeah. But just wait, honey, because if you don't think you need Twitter to help win your behind this election, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent, surprise, getting ready to kick you in the butt. We'll be right back with more Hot Topics.
Find out why the first Republican debate...
So we're going to do shoe cam today because somebody made these for me, and I fear I have not watered them. They need to be watered all the time. They're real. They're growing moss. Is anybody going to come in? Oh, you got something for me? Oh, yeah, would you? So here's what happened. So thank you, baby. A Denver mom took to Facebook to shut down stuff after she found out that her 13-year-old daughter was pretending to be 19, dressing in lingerie to attract men online. Now take a look.
Why does your Facebook page say that you're 19? Are you 19? No, you're 13, right? Yeah. And are you a freak? No. Does your Facebook page say you're a freak? And do you even know anything about being a freak? No. So anybody who's her friend who's a man might just want to delete her. Because I'm not the one. She's a kid, and she's going to stay a kid, and as long as she's under my roof, she's going to do what I say. Say bye, Facebook. Say bye, Facebook.
Bye, Facebook.
This has been viewed. This has been viewed more than 10 million times. But some people are saying, oh, she went too far to make her point.
No, nowhere near. Nowhere near too far.
The audience is like, hell no.
I guess I'm the only one, and you. We don't agree. I think that public shaming of a minor is just not cool, and maybe I'm the minority.
I'm not into putting it online. I'm into everything she said to her daughter.
Yes,
that is between a mother and a daughter, but I'm not into putting it on TV.
I'm going to just say this. As the mother of a daughter who may have been provocative in her youth, that's what stops it. That's the only thing. Because in this day and age, see, I didn't have these issues in terms of going outside of the internet. On the internet, this little girl's image could be used, as you know, anywhere, anytime, anything. And what she's done is she said, this girl is 13. But she's talking to grown men.
The little girl knows what she's doing, you know.
Right.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
That's right. And the only thing that changes the little girl is if something clicks in that dynamic. I'm not disagreeing with you, but something has to change between mommy and daughter.
I don't think it's the mommy and daughter. It's not mommy and daughter.
On last two, it shows now, oh, hey, here's my 13-year-old daughter. She's a bit of a freak.
Yeah.
10 million people now know what that girl did.
It's definitely not the mommy and daughter, because I think mommy and daughters have wonderful relationships, whether it's bad or good. It's the fact that she's looking at people of her age bracket that she thinks is young, and that's what's cool. We portray that in the industry, that being the most sexy is you get more guys, you look cute. There's a lot of people with long ponytails that are just dancing sexy, and I love Janet Jackson. I've always said this. She's very sexy, but she's classy sexy. But at 13, you're in school, and there's stuff going on that you don't tell your parents. And just because she shamed her daughter on Facebook doesn't mean that her daughter does not know exactly what she means by being a freak. Doesn't mean that she's not going back to school after that same it's the same way.
The difference,
it still happens.
It will still happen. But this mother, in her mind, has let all the folks that she's been in touch with, who she doesn't know whether they're 49 or 15, She doesn't know whether they're pedophiles or germophiles or whatever the hell they are. She doesn't know who she... But what she does know is she has done all she can do to say, this is a 13-year-old, and if you're a man looking at this girl, she's lying to you.
I think that I understand that she get prosecuted personally because it's child pornography. That's technically child pornography. If you put younger children and she's in her lingerie, she needs to be prosecuted like they do with sexting.
But you know who would get prosecuted?
The mother.
Is the mother.
Yeah.
And that's where...
What she has to do, I think you were trying to make a point that she is 13 years old. She's going through puberty. There's no maturity there. And when she goes back to school, the ridicule that she's going to endure now is just going to be outstanding. Is she going to be able to handle it?
That's 100% true.
She handled putting her naked self up on screen. She should be able to handle taking that.
You want to know what? The internet, I have to say, the greatest blessing that has ever happened in my life is that I wasn't in middle school when the internet existed. I thank every day for that.
Exception to her.
No, I wasn't on the internet. We didn't have Twitter when I was in middle school.
We had like AOL dial-up. Like if you wanted to upload a picture, it just uploaded now. Right. The point is that what bothers me about it is that I hear your point that it's saying, hey men, watch out for this girl. To me, now 10 million people know, hey, you can also keep an eye out for her in also that same sense. It can work both ways, is my point, which
I don't think so. I don't think so, because if you now go after this girl and try to make contact with her mother's watching now.
Well,
this is
take her computer away. Well, I'm sure
take her phone she did. See, when you become a parent of women,
her last year and it didn't work.
Oh, really? She's already done all of these things. This is the last. People don't do this as the first resort. They do this as the last resort. That's the last thing you can do is publicly stand up. And you want to talk about ridicule? You think the mother's not going to take heat from folks saying, look at what your kid is. You know how people are. I mean, it's crazy. But you know what? Damn. We'll be right back.
This ain't catnip. Why this kitty's going viral for an experience that left him in ecstasy. Next.
Voting survey found that only 58.5% of women actually vote in presidential elections. That's 4% higher than how many men vote. Now, this is a little shocking for folks. Is it shocking for you?
No, I always say this on the show since September. Women decide elections. We decide, we determine elections. And listen, in the final months of a campaign, that's why they're all going to come through here, hopefully. You know, they're all speaking to women because women determine the outcome of elections. We need to get that number up. It should be, you know, upwards of 65, 70%. But it's, you know, we vote.
How do we do it? How do you get more women out?
Vote. You have to get out there. There's 66.1% are black women, 64.5% are white, and only 33.9 are Hispanic women, and 32 Asian women. You know, there's great people like Rosario Dawson who has Voto Latino. You know, we are trying to get the message out there. You know, according to an exit poll in 2012, 55% of women cast their votes for President Obama, while only 44% casted for Mitt Romney. So Nicole is absolutely right. We can determine this election. Go out and vote.
My first time voting was actually for President Obama. That was the first time I voted.
Really?
Yeah.
4 years ago? How long ago? 4 years ago.
4 years ago. And I honestly, I don't, they don't talk a lot of stuff that I necessarily care about that much.
What would you want them to talk about?
One, I would like them to get over the fact that we need, abortion issues. We need to get over that. We need to get over the LGBT situation, the money for all kinds of women. I don't really think about it a lot because it's not put in my face for issues that I should care about. When they talk about it, I'm like, why aren't we on solar already? Why aren't we not out of the war? Like the things, the same things, the environment.
Yeah, because folks your age forget that this is your country. This is the bottom line. Y'all can, and I don't mean you. But there's a lot of folks, you know, you can be as willy-nilly as you want to. We're not going to last long. You know, we get older and we pass, and then it's your responsibility. And whatever you think is wrong, you need to get out there and start finding the people who can fix it.
But I will say, I think they need to make the voting booth more attractive to females. Like right now, like those voting booths are depressing. Bad lighting.
Oh my God.
They should allow voting booth selfies. Hear me out. You want to increase voting? Become modern, folks, okay?
I would say there are a lot of people in my age bracket that do understand politics a lot more, but there are some that aren't. I want to
We
give
need
props
your
to those.
voices. We need to get your voice out there because, you know, you're the one who, you guys, this is your future. And, you know, we're talking about women. Carly Fiorina is the only female Republican candidate. And right now, Fox News may exclude her and CNN may exclude her from the first debate because of her low poll numbers. Now, they do plan to include, and I kid you not, Donald Trump, if he decides, if he decides, he's running yet.
It's not about Carly or Donald. It's because they're going to take the top 10.
Right,
and we've talked,
but if you only have one would think you'd want to at least have that one lone woman.
Carly responded and said that she looks forward to making the cut by getting her poll numbers up. So,
People love Donald Trump, by the way. Like, I have an embarrassing thing. My parents, I mean, I'm ashamed, would vote for Donald Trump. They love Apprentice. They really, I know I sound like I'm joking. My mother, I'm not being funny. My mother, A, would divorce my father for him, but that's a separate conversation, but also would absolutely vote for Donald. And there are people out there who are...
And that's just in fairness, CNN is showcasing the top 10, but they're also going to showcase the bottom after the top 10 have their debate. And I just want to point out the top 10 polling GOP hopefuls are former Governor Jeb Bush, Scott Walker, Marco Rubio, Ron Paul, Donald Trump, Mike Huckabee,
all
Tom
standing up. That's all.
It's not appealing to me in the sense that there are no women. I was appealed because of Obama, and then I listened to what the conversation was. Now that Hillary's there, I listened to what the conversation was. If I had more things that looked like me up there, I would care a little bit more because I feel like it doesn't matter.
But you see, this is the issue. This is the problem. It's an easy way out, I think, for us, because we said, well, there's nobody that looks like me. I'm, 100,000 years old right now, okay? My entire life, nobody who looked like me ran for office until, then you see Dinkins.
But it's just as offensive. I mean, identity politics are offensive. So I think it's probably just as offensive. You take offense when people assume you voted for Obama. I mean, identity politics are offensive. So you should think about what you care about and vote for the person that champions your issues. Because you have to go beyond just people that look and sound like you.
Here's what I would love to do. I would love to help Carly get her numbers up because I want to hear what she has
Carly,
to say.
come talk to us.
I'm not, I don't want to get you all excited or scare you away, Carly. But I do think you deserve to be heard. And it's early, and the guys, everybody knows all the men, but you should be heard. I want you to come here. Tell us what you have to say. And maybe we can help you. And then maybe there's a debate to be had because we don't know. You can be a Democrat, a Republican, an independent, but you really want to vote for America. You want to vote for America. And we don't know who that is yet. So come on and play with us. There's some real cool. We were talking about pussies earlier today. We were talking about cats. Yeah, a puss. You got to push on. You got to push that meow. Anyway, I have to explain everything apparently because people have very filthy minds. But there is a very cool cat going viral right now, and we want to show you guys. Take a look at the clip. Kitty has a brain freeze. She's like, this is great, this is great. What the hell? It's kind of wacky. You will only see that with us because we're with more. I can't help it. Oh my God, it's so good. Now see, this is this whole table. Put ice cream in front of folks here, we'd be like... It's just a thing that people do. You know what? We're going to make you laugh and some more because we're coming back, and when we do, we're bringing back the fabulous Craig Robinson. Do you know what?
thank you very much. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
So congratulations on Mr. Robinson.
Thank you very much.
And the show premieres in August, and it's loosely based on you and your pre-show business life.
A little bit. I was a school teacher. I taught kindergarten through 8th grade music.
Really?
Yes. I don't do it anymore. I'm doing it. And
From then.
and the show is based on like the double life I kind of led. Actually, in the show, it's me as a band leader, and then I fall into teaching and I fall in love with it. So I'm trying to do these both things. But in my the real story was I was doing comedy and also teaching at the same time. And then I do have a band at the same. That was my song that was playing up there. I don't know if y'all heard it.
Yes, that would be
If you started moving, a little something. Yeah, that's what's up. And I was in the armed forces, so I want to say what's up.
So you were elementary school.
I gotta say, I just lied about that. I wasn't in the armed forces. But much love, much respect. I did do a show in Afghanistan, so how you doing?
All right, that's good enough. Dang, girl.
Okay, so let's talk about your last hit TV series, The Office. You played, I know, that show was ridiculous. You played Dunder Mifflin's employee Daryl Philbin, but you credit a lot of your success to that show.
Yeah, well, that was my big break, essentially. I mean, The Office, you know, offered me that platform, and it just, it kept growing, and my part kept growing, and they took me from the warehouse up to the actual office, you know, until I was there every week. It was amazing. I had no idea any of that was going to go on.
Did you audition for it, or did they
I did audition. I did audition. And it was funny, I did a sketch kind of song thing with this guy, Jerry Minor. And that's what got the eyes on me, like this song called Somebody's Doing Something with Your Lady. And so, I did that. I did this sketch, right? And then like when I went to audition for The Office, Greg Daniels was like, well, it doesn't get any funnier than that. And I still had to audition. I was like, oh. Wow.
Well, you know.
But how different is your life, sort of post-Office, you know, from when you were a teacher? I mean, it must be quite a.
It's well, I mean,
you're a famous Hollywood.
I live in Los Angeles versus not live in Chicago. I don't live with my parents anymore.
Better winter. Pros and cons again, right?
But you know, I mean, it's for the past, I don't know, whatever, I've been in LA 15, 16 years. I've been like in the same apartment, so it's not that different.
So you're not enjoying your success.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I just, you know.
Having some fun because, my God, you've been in everything. You were the Pineapple Express, Hot Tub Time Machine 1 and 2. I love that shit. I love it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
But my favorite is Rapture-Palooza.
Come on.
Which is he plays the Beast. And he has come to really make something happen with this girl, and he is the devil. They try to kill him off so many ways. It's fantastic. So you read this thing and you think, uh-oh, why not?
Well, I was laughing throughout the script and thinking about, you know, how to play it and stuff like that. So I'm so glad you like it. You want to see people that saw it.
I loved it.
I'm so glad you like it. It's some of my best work.
It's funny. If you haven't seen Rapture-Palooza, it's about all the folks who are left, and then the beast comes. I'm telling you, talking crickets, all kind of stuff. Crazy.
My favorite movie was actually Pineapple Express from yours. That was everything. You talk about it like everything. I mean, my house is filled with smoke.
Right here.
First of all, how much fun? I mean, this is a crazy question because I know it had to be fun to make that movie. Was there a lot of greenery on the set too?
What?
Was there a lot of greenery? I just want to know.
Movie greenery. You know they have
oregano.
They have not oregano. Oh. They got this movie stuff that it looks just like it.
Yeah.
And
what are you guys talking about?
Is it like marijuana? See, in the movies, when it looks like we're smoking pot in movies, we're actually not.
You're not?
No, it's not real. No.
So just in life.
That makes me sad.
But you know what? Don't be sad because you do get a little buzz, so it's all right.
Do you?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I need because I can't do the real stuff. I need like the movie stuff. Greg, what are you doing later?
No.
Ready? Let's hang.
I got you, boo. What's up?
Oh, wait, I have one more thing. Okay, I downloaded the game on my phone, which addicted me. No. Heyday. What the hell, man? I've spent hundreds of dollars on growing fake stuff, paying real money to grow fake stuff that I don't get anything for.
Me too.
All because of him and his freaking commercial.
It's that hook. Do the hook. Hey there. It's that.
Very nice. Craig Robinson, a shout out to his band Nasty Delicious, and be sure to catch his new sitcom, Mr. Robinson. You a hot mess. Premiering August 5th, and you can catch also Craig performing at Caroline's on Broadway tonight through May 24th. You'll be right back.
Punjabi just said goodbye to the hit series The Good Wife, but she's spending the summer courting disaster in the blockbuster San Andreas. Please welcome Archie Punjabi. Hello. So, you were not only my favorite character on the show, but like one of my favorite characters ever on TV. You won every award for this. Is it hard to leave a role like that?
It's heartbreaking to leave a role like that. I mean,
I feel better about that.
She's such a wonderful character.
Right?
She gets up to such naughty things, as my mother said. So I'm very sad to leave it, but playing her for 6 years has been an absolute joy. Absolute joy. And when I see fans like this, it's just... When I hear fans like yourself tell me how much you love that character, it makes me a little sad.
Yeah, she's just...
Are you going to miss the outfits that you had to wear?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Did you steal some of them? You don't have to.
You don't say that.
You know, it's totally fine. I steal
Well, I mean, the boots and the skirts, they're kind of sexy stuff.
Yeah, very sexy.
I want to say, first of all, I'm such a big fan of yours from the show The Fall on Netflix. Like, when I found out you were coming in, I was addicted. I watched it in about 2 days. But Raven and I saw your new movie, San Andreas, last night.
And I'm still like this.
We had heart attacks. I mean, we were screaming. Like, the other reviewers were like, shh. We caused a minor ruckus. It's an incredible movie. Tell people about it.
Well, San Andreas is a film that's coming out on the 20...
Let's say
I'm getting in so much trouble for that. And it's about San Andreas Fault, which goes off in California, and it causes a major earthquake. I play a TV journalist, and I end up reporting one of the biggest stories of my career. But it was absolutely terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying
so I
to
don't know if
make.
I can see it. I'm from San Francisco, so...
No, you can't see it.
Yeah.
It's actually, I'm telling you, it's...
I'm going to, because you're in it.
Let's take a look at the clip that she brought with her today so we can let you guys know what it's really like.
Hello, Chris. I'm here with Dr. Lawrence Hayes, Executive Director for Earthquake Studies at Caltech. He and his research partner, Dr. Kim Park, have come up with a model that predicts earthquakes. They knew LA was going to get hit, but nobody listened to them. It's time now to listen. Go ahead, Doctor.
Okay, in seismology terms, what we're experiencing is what we call a swarm event. Basically, California's entire tectonic plate is shifted. People need to know that the shaking is not over, and it's not aftershocks I'm talking about. San Francisco will get hit again.
It was... You guys, I saw this movie, and the shaking was real. Like, I felt like I was shaking with you, and I heard that when you guys were filming, the shaking was just as intense.
It was. They told us that they were going to move the set a little bit, but everything shook. The light shook, parts of the ceiling were falling down, the table was shaking. I mean, what you see, the reactions that you see there, we were genuinely terrified. And I think when audiences go and see this, you're going to be, like, very scared.
Okay, so I'm a stress eater, and I see you brought us some snacks. Now that I'm stressed, can you tell us how this played in your...
So on the film, there were a group of guys, and a lot of us had never done... This was our first big action film.
You have to show
and
us
so
this. You have to take
we
one.
bonded.
Take a tea and a cookie and show us what you taught.
So we bonded over Tim Tams. And Tim Tams are very famous Australian biscuits. And we do what is known as the Tim Tam Slam. So what you got to do is you got to bite one corner.
Okay.
Bite the other diagonal corner.
You make like a straw, right?
I've reached my daily calorie limit.
Now, now dip it in the tea.
In the corner?
The angles?
Yeah. No,
okay,
I love
dip it in the tea and suck the tea up. And as soon as you feel the tea hit you, swallow it. I mean, slam it.
I'm sorry, like this?
You're softening the cookie. Have you never had a Tim Tam? I used to illegally have these imported from Australia. I love them.
I haven't had chocolate in 5 days. And I'm having a sugar high.
This is so delicious, by the way. Where do you buy these? Oh, my God. How can an American get their hands on this?
Amazing. It just explodes in your mouth.
They're so good.
A great feeling.
They're so good. I can tell you where to get them. You have to import them illegally. And they're so good. Do you bring these in? So did everyone become addicted to Tim Tams afterward?
All the guys became addicted, but Paul Giamatti, who you saw me working with, he developed quite a serious...
Well, they're delicious, and they're very hard to find. Where do you get? Do you bring them
in Australia?
In Australia. So, and sometimes you can find them at like Target.
So good after
Oh, they're delicious.
I wish I didn't know about them. Do you know what I mean? Because now I'm going to be like, well, I eat them now.
Amazing.
We'll share this plate of them with everyone in the front row. Our thanks to Archie Punjabi. San Andreas opens in theaters next Friday. See, we got you covered. Go see it. We'll be right back.
We love saying it, but Raven and Michelle will be back tomorrow. We're trying to make it permanent, so write into everybody. Also, we want to say thank you to our audience who always comes and pumps us up and makes us better at what we do. We love you, and we want you all to have a great day. We want you to take a little time to enjoy whatever view you see.